Alright, hey guys, and welcome back, as I am back for another Masters of the Universe Origins Wave 1 review, and that's going to be this week with the Prince Adam and Sky Sled package. And this is going to wrap up all of the Wave 1 figures and vehicles, finally. So now I have to say, this is one that I've been wanting to review for a long time. I'm actually noticing these are going on like half-price sale or like 30% off at Target and stuff right now, so for some reason, stores are getting overstocked with these, so I guess you're seeing a lot of the Wave 1 stuff finally clear out, and hopefully we'll get some better production with the other waves that never made it to stores and, you know, see better quantities than, you know, one figure every 6 months or something like that. So if you haven't picked up one of these so far, now is a great time to do it because you can get it at a really good reduced price, especially if you like to army build. One thing I love about this right off the bat, and I know I say that for all of the figures and all the vehicles, but wow, look at this cover art on here. Just look at this collage of everything you have going on. This to me looks so much like the 80s packaging, and it looks the most like it of anything that I've seen, because you just have this whole crazy battle scene going on, and that's what I remember with so much of the toys like that. You know, whether it was the Land Shark or the Flying Fist and Terror Claws Skeletor 2-pack, that's what most of these looked like. They had a lot going on the front. And so you have the Masters of the Universe, Prince Adam, Sky Sled, jet-powered rescue rocket up top, the new for 20 logo, of course the modern posing retro play, shout out there, the Mattel logo. We have Prince Adam with his hair blowing in the wind as he's riding the Sky Sled into battle. And then you have Man-at-Arms in the Wind Raider, followed by a lot of the Royal Palace Guards. You have Skeletor on Roton, which I don't know if that's been announced yet, but I'm sure that's coming. They always drop these Easter eggs. I know the Wind Raider got announced. You have Trapjaw, and it looks like Faker on another Sky Sled down there. You have Teela just fighting some random enemies down on the bottom. You have like a pterodactyl flying above her head that she's also trying to fight off. We have this huge Sky Sled with Prince Adam in the base inside, which we'll get to in just a second. And then on the top here, we have so much stuff going on here. You have Castle Grayskull, we got Merman, we got Beastman, Stratos attacking them, the volcano going off, and more of the pterodactyls and stuff like that. So wow, just so much stuff happening on here. So bright and colorful. Nothing really around on the side, just says the Prince Adam and Sky Sled. But oh my god, check out the artwork on the back of this. Just look at how amazing this looks. This is freaking phenomenal. So we have, of course, Prince Adam just literally ramming into Skeletor. That's going to leave a mark. And Beastman, they're both like, oh my god, like, where are you driving? Like, he just basically murdered them. That's basically murder. We have Trapjaw and Man-at-Arms fighting over by a volcano, which it kind of almost looks like the Fright Zone a little bit, sort of, but I guess not. And just an amazing battle scene. And then we have, when his friends are in danger, Prince Adam leaps onto his Sky Sled and flies into their rescue. And wow, what a cool piece of artwork we have there. And then it shows here the different things you can do with the Sky Sled, where you can change over like the faction armor from like the good masters with like the kind of, I don't know what that's supposed to be, like a dragon face, and then like kind of like a snake face, or, you know, alligator or whatever. And you can change out the emblems on the side and everything. And then of course we have the another 8-pack on the back here. We got He-Man, Teela, Man-at-Arms, Skeletor, Evelyn, Beastman, Battlecat, and Prince Adam and the Sky Sled. So very nice. This looks great. Gotta love that artwork and everything again. Doing a fantastic job as always. So alright, now let's go ahead and we'll get this opened up. And then we'll do a comparison with the original Prince Adam and the new Origins ones. Alright guys, so now we've got the Sky Sled and Prince Adam out of the box, and wow, you get a lot of stuff with this. So for about 30 bucks, 25 bucks, 20 bucks now with, you know, the sale that's going on, this is a great deal because you get you know, you get a figure, you get the you get a vehicle, you know, and all this other cool stuff. The display stand looks really great. So first, let's check out what you get as far as like the display stand. You have this little clear piece that goes into the base here, and that is used to display the Sky Sled. That just snaps in there. Nice little base, and really locks in very securely. I kind of wasn't expecting that. And then, of course, let's check out the Sky Sled itself. We have the base here, the base model, I guess I should say. This is when it's in its form for the Masters, with the classic like lizard or alligator logo, I guess you can call it, the little artwork there. And it's kind of like a falcon. I'm not sure what to call that, but falcon, dragon. It kind of looks like a dragon, I guess, because of the scales. Then you got the giant laser gun in the front. You got these two laser guns on the side. These are kind of rubbery. I wasn't expecting that. And also has a rubbery feel on the end of it there, which I guess is smart. You know, because you figure, you know, you're playing with that and bashing it against your other figures. That way they figure it's not going to break. It's, you know, not going to get damaged. You have the back engines, the control panel showing like other enemies, you know, in route. I like that the handlebars are also rubber, because, you know, they're figuring with play these are gonna get broken, and then probably makes it easier too to, you know, make Prince Adam hold on to these things as well. So that's really good. This has some really nice weight. There's some good details of all the electronics. That's the part where you put the little thing onto the base. Like the kind of faux engine there and stuff like that. And actually the little engines kind of wiggle a little bit, which is kind of weird, but I guess that gives them the feel as if, like, I guess they could move or something. I don't know. Just kind of neat. I'm not sure yet how how you would take off the side panels there. But we'll get to that in just a minute. But at first glance, this is a really, really nice looking vehicle. It feels really solid and has just enough weight so it doesn't feel cheap, but not too much to make it too heavy. So really nice. Really, really, really liking that right off the bat. And here's the other pack as well, so that way you can swap out the design if you want to have Skeletor and his evil minions, you know, riding into battle with their own Sky Sleds. Because the Sky Sled, just kind of like Battle Bones, it's a neutral vehicle accessory in the Masters of the Universe world. And so here's the different head that you can put on, which kind of looks like some type of a panther or something like that. So maybe it's like Panther inspired, I guess. Kind of hard to tell what that is. And then we have like these Phoenix, like this evil Phoenix looking logo emblem. Not sure what to call these things, but that's what that looks like. Very cool. You got two of them. And then you have the this little blast piece, which looks like, you know, the main gun is firing at whoever it's attacking. So very cool. I like that. That's a neat addition. I don't like some of the other ones that come with the other figures, but I think this is crucial. That gives it a nice bit of playability. All right, and now let's take a look at Prince Adam here. And he's basically just like, you know, pretty much any other Origins figure in the line. I mean, there's not anything too special going on with him. He does have that face of the original Origins He-Man that a lot of people didn't like, but I think it goes better with him as Prince Adam. I think maybe that was their mistake. They should have used that as the Prince Adam head and not the Origins He-Man head. He's got his, you know, typical purple violet pants and boots with the white shirt, the red, I call it red because in the original one it's a red velvet vest that he's wearing. Some people call it pink or whatever. The white shirt and everything, and his trademark pink sword. Let's get a little bit closer of a look at him here. And yeah, he looks pretty good. I mean, it's everything you would expect out of the Origins figures. Same articulation, things like that. I believe you can remove his, yep, his vest will come off. No sense in really taking that off. That's on there really tight. I don't want to damage it or anything like that. Now, the one thing I really, really like with this figure, and that you're probably not going to expect, is the sword. This is such a high-quality sword, and I do like the fact, I was one of the first people to, I think, notice when they announced the line, when they had the two halves of Skeletor's power sword and He-Man's power sword that they clipped together, because the original Castle Grayskull used both of the swords as the key, of course, to open the drawbridge to Castle Grayskull. I like that, but I would rather have them have forgotten that and just gone with this with all the swords, and I hope that we get more swords that are released. Because look at this. This is such a nice, high-quality, solid sword. Like, this reminds me of the original line, and wow, that is just fantastic. I mean, it doesn't have the little hilt thingy on there, but, you know, they probably figured that would just snap off anyway. But the detail, it just looks so great. So let's give him that. Let's see how it looks when we give him his sword. It's very wide to try to fit in his hand. Oops. And so that is kind of a problem there. He doesn't really want to hold on to it because they didn't make a custom hand for this. It's just your standard Origins hand, which is kind of dumb. You should definitely have his own hand since the sword is larger. But wow, that looks really good. I mean, I really like that. I think that looks good. It's just such a better looking sword overall, aside from the fact that I have a feeling it's probably going to fall out much more often. But nice. I really like the look of this Prince Adam. I think it's a really great figure. So let's put him back here to the side, and now let's put the Sky Sled on the base and check out how this is going to look here. So this just snaps in. There we go. And this sits pretty high. That's probably a good 5 to 6 inches high. And we'll go ahead and we'll put the little blaster piece in the front of the gun there. And check that out. How cool does this look? And the fact that you can move this, let's see how well that holds. And I think you can rotate it too. Oh yeah, look at that. That is fantastic. I absolutely love this. This is what you kind of always wanted out of a Sky Sled from the originals. And man, that looks great. Just so much action posing, you know. Just so much you can do with this. So now let's remove Prince Adam's sword here, and let's see how he looks on the Sky Sled. Now, truth be told, it looks like his hands are more molded to grab the controls of the Sky Sled, which would make sense. And it looks like he has the little pegs are designed for his feet, which that's the first usage I'm seeing of any of those in the line. I wonder if a lot more of the vehicles will have that little peg feature, which is nice. It'll hold them in position better. Okay, and then let's put his other hand on there. Yep, thumb's getting a little stuck. Which that's good. That's why those handlebars are flexible, because they know it's not going to be easy to just get him in there. And we'll sit him a little more upright. And wow, check that out. Very, very cool. This is really good. This is one of the pieces so far in the wave that I really can't find anything negative to say about it yet. I love the detail. I love how he's, you know, very firmly inside of the vehicle. He seems to fit in there very nicely. The fact that you can remove his vest, the fact of how the sword looks, the base. This is just a quality piece through and through, and I am absolutely loving this so far. Fantastic. Let's have him turn his head to the side there. And check that out. Prince Adam flying in to the rescue. Very cool. All right, now let's see how the little armor plates change. Let's see how difficult or easy that's going to be to do. Now, it looks like there's just a little tab that you have to kind of push in on here. Oh, nope, they just kind of, oh, there we go. That was very hidden. There's a little, just right up at the top, they just, you put your fingernail in there, and boom, they just pop right out. And then the other one's wrong side here, there we go. Oh, it's so cool that you can swap these out. I absolutely love that feature. That's really fun. And that's what makes these so great, to be able to army builds. That way, you know, your villains and your good guys, you can have two whole factions and really just set up these epic battles. And there we go. We'll put the blaster piece back in. And very cool. Very easy to do that. And then we can just put Prince Adam on there again. We can pretend that he's escaping from, like, Snake Mountain or something. Like, he just stole one of the, well, not stole, but borrowed one of Skeletor's Sky Sleds to escape with Tila or something. Let's check him out on here. And yeah, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I really love how this looks, and I just think they totally nailed the design of what the Sky Sled should look like, and, you know, being in action, and just how it's supposed to look from the cartoons, from the comics. I mean, even though there actually was technically a different Sky Sled, because this is just the front half of the battle ram, there's another different true vintage Sky Sled, you know, but for all intents and purposes, this is the Sky Sled, and it looks absolutely great. All right, so next we'll just go and do a side-by-side comparison with these guys and their originals. All right, guys, so here we have the MOTU 2020 Origins Sky Sled and Prince Adam, and then the 1982 Sky Sled and Prince Adam. So right off the bat, you're going to notice some huge differences. Number one, of course, my Prince Adam is missing his vest, and also just the whole scale and size of it. So first off the bat, let's take a look at both of the Sky Sleds side by side, and we can check out all of the differences. And even though there are a lot, I think there's just so much that they got right. Number one, they both have all of the same guns for the most part. It still has the same front cannon that the old one did. It's just, you know, this is obviously much more pronounced, and I really like that. I think that's fun. I just think that's really cool. And then we have the same logos here, you know, with like the alligator on the side, which looks really cool. You don't see the handlebars, of course, because they didn't exist, but the rest of it looks the same. And then around the back, of course, there would be no engine, but that's nice that they took some, you know, creative liberty and added that in there. Not really a seat kind of to speak of. The control panel looks very nice, so I kind of wish they would have translated that over a little bit better, just because, you know, I don't know, I think that's lost. And then, unfortunately, my guy on this side, his stickers obviously very worn. And there was never any of these other stickers, to my knowledge, that you could change them out with. If there are, I never knew about them. Now, also, the scale is very different. You know, this is probably a good inch to 2 inches, you know, taller, just with this in front of it. And probably a good inch to 2 inches longer. The head on the whatever it is, dragon or griffin or whatever it's supposed to be, that's definitely, it's not bad, but I think they could have copied that a little bit better. But I mean, it looks good for what it is. But overall, I really think that this is a really good adaptation. You know, I like the addition of the new guns on the side. It definitely brings some more detail and fun features to it. So overall, I think that it's a really true and good, you know, reproduction of the original. And then as far as both of our Prince Adams go, well, now the only problem I really have with the New Origins one is the sword. I mean, I do like the sword. I guess maybe it's not the sword I have a problem with. It's hard to say, but it's very difficult to get him to hold it in his hand. He kind of wants to drop it. And like I said, that's because the hands, they just reuse them from all the other molds. So I really wish they would have redone that, and you would have an absolutely perfect sword, and maybe aside from the face, a pretty much perfect figure, in my opinion. But I mean, other than that, I mean, all the details are pretty much the same. The shades of, purple and violet, pretty much look the same. This should be more white. He's just yellowed over the years. So I don't notice a huge amount of difference. Of course, the vest is completely different because that's like this velvety kind of moss man material. The face is obviously hugely different, and I know that's going to really be split down the middle of, fans of the original face and fans of this new face. And I don't hate it. I guess I probably would have liked the original face on this, a little bit more, but I don't think it looks terrible. So overall, I do think it looks good. Let's put them now both on their respective sleds. And now the one problem that you always had with this is that they never really, on the originals, they never really stood on there very well. I mean, it was just, you had to pretty much hold on to them. Like, their arms kind of hold on, or at least give the appearance that they're holding on to the sides. But, not really. I mean, it looks good, but that is one thing you have to give credit for. He sits on the Sky Sled a lot better. So, I mean, this is still fun. I still think it looks good. It's very proportionate, but, even though I'm not going to go through everything with putting Prince Adam back on here, just because it's really time-consuming to do all that, but I like the pegs. I just like how much more he sits on there, and it just looks more natural. Although I gotta say, I'm always more of a fan of the vintage. I do think that looks better, but I don't think that this looks bad in any way, shape, or form. And I think it's a really great new iteration with a lot of new fun features that the original one didn't have. That's why I didn't include the little blaster piece, because just wanted to be fair with a true side-by-side comparison, because that's something that this didn't have. Well, anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this MOTU Origins Prince Adam and Sky Sled review, and that's going to wrap up all of my Wave 1 MOTU Origins reviews. I'm going to be starting out with Wave 3 coming up next, and hopefully when I finally get my hands on some Wave 2 figures, I will be doing reviews on them. So hope you guys have enjoyed this series. Hope you've enjoyed taking a look at all these cool MOTU figures and play sets and vehicles and just everything with me. As you guys know, I'm a huge MOTU fan on my channel, and I will see you back here next time. Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and you can follow me at Facebook at King of Retro or Twitter at #8ByteBrian. See you next time.